Hello and welcome, everyone. How are you out there?
Hey, how's it going? Long time no talk.
Welcome to becoming the CEO of your health. We are back. It's been a while since Arthur and I together have been with
That's
you.
right.
Kind of fun, but we've had some amazing guests come to you guys over the holidays. I really hope you've enjoyed it and had amazing value. But we will be back on track. And speaking back on track, really, Arthur and I want to share today our experience, i.e.,
Our
journey
journey over the past months. Yeah.
that us and our family have had COVID. And twofold for us as healthcare providers, we always were thinking of our patients first and foremost.
Yeah.
And of course, our family, especially with the fact that our family, our father-in-law, my father-in-law lives with us. And so really, we've always taken precautions.
Right. I mean, we're always extremely careful. We're overly careful here at the office, right? 'Cause we never wanted to be responsible for getting our patients sick. Um, and when we finally, I guess, let our guard down a little bit to take a family trip, sure enough, we caught COVID.
If that's what you call it,
Yeah.
COVID, right?
I mean, fortunately, we were able to get tested before we were back in position of exposing our patients again. But it's been a journey because we didn't really know what to expect, right? I mean,
Yeah, so we wanted to come to you guys and share today a little bit about, what we experienced, because what I've learned through all this is somehow there's this shame associated with if you have COVID, oh my God, people don't want to tell. Well, that's the last thing. You want people to support you and help you and not tell by you shouldn't be out and about doing your normal life either.
like,
And really what we did in this journey, what helped us, what we did even before in our life to keep us as healthy as possible, to help prevent, should we get it, that we wouldn't have horrific symptoms. And then what we did during, and then what we're continuing to do, because
yeah,
our bodies aren't quite 100% revving machines yet.
right. And I will say, I think in the grand scheme of things, we were pretty fortunate. I mean, our cases, our symptoms were relatively mild. Um, and that goes for all of us, from our teenage children to us to my 84-year-old father. Um, nobody got really sick. I had, for me, the typical fluish aches and pains that lasted for 4 or 5 days. For Kelly, with some headaches and
My big thing was absolutely headaches and fatigue,
yeah.
just fatigue. And if you guys know me, one, I don't have headaches. I'm blessed. That's not something that I have to suffer with. And so amazing, right? But having them, I definitely have a bigger appreciation for people that do have headaches. But fatigue for me, like not having energy and not having the drive to want to go do stuff, because that's me. That was killing me. And I just had to tell myself, take care of you. This is all okay. There's all the time. It's a season. Um, and our health is priority. So take care, really take care of us. So,
Yeah.
Let's back up, and maybe Arthur, you can share, prior to us having COVID, what were some things that were top of mind that we were doing for our health to try to just stay in quote, right, as optimal health as possible? I don't know, like, right. So I would ask you guys, what do you guys do out there? What have you been doing? But this is some of the things we were just being careful of.
Yeah, so I mean, we were very conscious about the gut-brain axis, right, and the gut immune axis. So we know that 80+% of your immune system is founded in a healthy gut. So keeping our guts healthy was super, super important. So we were trying to eat clean, right? We were trying to stay away from processed foods, stay away from sugars, trying
Even
to
in the
eat,
holidays.
yeah, trying
We
to
did
eat
have
as organic
some,
as we
but
can. But then we were doing additional things like adding a good probiotic into our routine, adding a prebiotic, so you're feeding those good bacteria. Um, doing things like having the MCT oil, even taking some apple cider vinegar, some vitamin C, um, taking some good calcium and magnesium products as part of our base supplement stuff, as well as we have been very, very high on activating certain pathways in our body. And we have some products that we use that activate the NRF2, NRF1, and NAD pathways to really optimize our cellular function to get our bodies functioning the best we possibly could.
absolutely. And I would say with that, many times, even when you would get the flu outside of COVID, let's just call it what last year, 2 years ago, whatever that may be, that often we're holding certain bugs and germs in our body, but it's just that one thing that flips the switch, right?
Yeah.
So maybe you didn't sleep well at night. Maybe you had a stressor at home. Maybe you had, a fight with a friend, a stressor that shifts the body. And so we knew because of that we were watching our sleep and staying hydrated and getting sunshine outside and doing those things.
To be perfectly candid, I had childhood asthma, I had exercise-induced asthma, and having that sort of weak spot in my lungs, I was very susceptible to respiratory infections. I was the guy who I did get sick twice a year, like every year, and I'd be down for a week. And for about the past 6, 7 years, with the extra steps we've been taking to look after ourselves, I've been much more healthy than I've ever been. I mean, I haven't been as susceptible to those other illnesses. So I think what we were doing from a baseline level of care was really, really good at fortifying our bodies, of keeping our base level healthier, right? As healthy as we possibly could. So I can't say that I was like shocked when I got sick and was diagnosed with COVID.
I was, to be honest, I was.
Oh, I kind of figured that chances were high that at some point we would probably get it.
We did say that. We always said like, okay, it's one of those things that it's not really.
Our son had it last September up in college.
Yeah, it's not a matter of if, but when. So when it occurs, what sort of health do we want to be in tackling this? And could we even have been better health? Yes. But I say in the overall spectrum, Arthur and I keep ourselves better than average.
Yeah.
Right?
So I think we were in a good place going into it. So even when we did get sick, this never went into my lungs. The fatigue has definitely been a huge factor. And here I am now, my first symptoms were day after Christmas, December 26th. And so I'm almost, 3+ almost 4 weeks afterwards, and fatigue is still an issue. I do not have the energy levels that I had before. I'm not quite ready to be back out, on the tennis court playing matches or riding my bike for an hour 5 days a week or going for runs. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm working my way back. And we definitely did some extra things during our time of like being infected too, right, Kelly? So
yeah, so I would just say we added, we doubled up on almost everything else thing we're taking.
Yeah,
our bodies needed help, so just double up on everything. But we added in zinc, so 50 to 60 milligrams of zinc a day. We were taking 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C, so 1,000 morning and night. Obviously, all the talk of the town is vitamin D, and some of my doctor friends, we joke that if only they'd be like on the corner giving vitamin D out for free to everybody because it's so cheap. That is one of the biggest things that people can do.
Yeah. And it was up to 50,000 IUs of vitamin D that we were taking daily.
Yes, and a lot of the doctor friends have said like do that for a course of maybe 4 or 5 days, something like that, and then back it back down to 2,000.
Right.
And then anything else to just help us clear out stuff to make sure we weren't getting like nothing was staying in our systems, things like that. And then as we could tolerate it, I mean, obviously life is life. You have to take care of, kids and things and activities and whatever. But in general, the things that we probably also started doing is we were fortunate that we do have an infrared sauna and a hyperbaric oxygen chamber at our office. So since our office was closed, we started using those modalities for detoxification and oxygen for the healing. And then since now, of course, we're open, really, that's probably been one of the things that's helping us the most with our fatigue and sleeping better. I
would say the hyperbaric oxygen chamber has been a huge factor in getting my energy levels back and going again. And I will tell you, I feel really, really great after spending an hour in the chamber. It's been really quite remarkable. So I would highly recommend for anybody, after, if this is something you've gone through, hyperbaric oxygen and infrared sauna could be two modalities that could really help you regain your advantage again, really get you back to where you were prior to going through COVID.
Absolutely. So this isn't something to be shameful of. If you've had it or you have a friend that's had it, Arthur and I are just reaching out and sharing our experience because it just is. And COVID is not going anywhere. And if it's not COVID-19, in the future, it may be something different, you guys. So health today, immunity today is something to be taken extremely seriously, because we also know people that didn't have the mild effects that we did, have been much, much more severe and hospitalized severe, and also did not make it, right? Passed away. And it's so, take this seriously for you, for your family, and for the community and the world at large. But Arthur and I also just want to share what we did, because most people don't know, like, what do you do? I have COVID. What do I do? What did I do? What did you do? And then now you're back to life, but you don't feel great anymore. How can you boost yourself? So if you're local to us, so obviously those of you that follow us a lot know that we're in Orange County, California. Our office is out of Laguna Niguel. We have a COVID recovery program that you can come be a part of. We can tell you what we did. And we're really trying to get people's health back on track. So,
and if you're not local, please reach out to us. We can talk with you specifically about what we've done, and we can give you some guidance, offer you some help, and you know, really speak in more detail about what we were doing to really help us get back after this.
Absolutely, everybody. So today's a short episode, but I think we've all heard plenty of COVID in the world. So without going into like ad nauseum details, we just wanted to let you know that we're here for you. We are back. 2021 is going to absolutely be amazing.
It's going to be great. We're going to rock it, right? We're going to rock it.
Just when you're out there on our podcast, we really appreciate your ability to share with others. That's how we make a greater impact. That's ultimately my word for the year, is impact. But smash that subscribe button and share this with those that you love and care about, and listen to us wherever you either listen to your podcast, or if you're on our YouTube channel, or wherever you find us. So
love
have
you
a great
all.
one,
Thanks
guys.
a lot. Take care.